Welcome to Speedway Crazy Show and episode 12. Tonight we will have SGB Premiership rider Sam Masters from Australia with us. But before that, we will go to Kuba. Hi Kuba, how are you?
Hello, thanks.
Everything is good in Poland?
Yes, of course. Everything is good, and
we got some sad news from Poland. What happened?
Yes, Kacper and Adrian Gomulski's father
Yes.
is
He passed away.
yes, of course.
It's sad.
Information.
But he was not very old guy. I met him several times in Poland. How old was he? 53 years old, I think. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is 53. Today it was a funeral.
Yeah.
And it's sad news.
Yeah, it's a sad day. We're dressed in black.
Yeah.
So, the league opening in Poland, how was that in the Pega Extra Liga?
Yes, we start PG Extra League. We can see two matches.
Yeah.
We can saw a match in Leszno.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. It was a beautiful match.
It was a very interesting match. It was tight, hard racing. We saw Emil Seifedino and
a lot of world champion.
Yeah, Smarslik, yeah.
Yes,
insane
and
heats. Yeah.
Jason Doyle is a great rider,
Yeah.
and he won a lot of hits.
Yes.
But Unia Leszno lose this match. It's so surprised.
Very surprised.
Yes, and it's true. If you haven't a good juniors,
Yes.
you lose the matches.
Of course. Especially now with all the juniors you need to have in the team in Poland.
Yeah. Unia Leszno have juniors is very not old. It's different. What is it? It's they are 17.
Yes.
And they not old or help me.
Yeah, they need more experience. They need more help. But this will come. Don't you think? They have a professional team down there. They will probably come. But anyway, it was Stalgosho who won this match. What about this other match? It was in Torun?
Yes, it's in Toruń. Zielona Góra came to the Toruń. I don't see this match, but I'm thinking it's too interest.
Yeah, but we saw the results after the match, and Torun won.
Yeah.
So they won big.
But the best match when I saw in the last weekend.
Yeah.
It's a match from Tarnów.
Yeah.
And Gdańsk won a match.
So
Jakub Jaurus, it's a great rider in this year.
Yeah.
He fell down twice, and they ride again, and he won many hits.
Yeah, but he's always been this quiet rider that you don't hear so much about, but he's always there picking the points.
Yeah.
I talked to him before, and very nice guy, very nice guy. So, yeah. So that's your report from what's been going on in Poland for now. Are you ready for next week?
Maybe. But I heard I heard a new restriction.
Yeah.
Only five journalists can into the stadium, and it's so bad news for us.
Yeah, I know, because we had something scheduled for you. But anyway, you will keep us updated on what is going on in Poland until we can be allowed by the Polish government to send you to the stadium and do your real job. Okay?
Of course.
We will use you like this for now. I know you don't want, but it's better. It's good for English practice. Anyway.
The best.
You're doing a great job there in Poland for us, Kuba. Thank you so much.
Thanks
We
a
will
lot.
see you next week. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.
Today, item at speedwaycanvas.com. And here we got Sam Masters. How are you?
Hello, mate. Very good, thank you.
Ah, great. Sorry, it's not Corona. I promise. I promise. I will not infect you with any Corona.
You won't get that in Norway, though, will you?
No, not the way I live. I don't even have neighbors. You know.
Perfect.
So, you race in the Speedway in the SGB Premiership normally.
Yeah.
Now you spent off season in UK, stranded in UK. How was
Yeah.
that like? And under these Corona restrictions and everything, how was that?
Yeah, it was tough at times, really, because we were quite bored. I had to, well, we could have went home, me and my family. We could have went back to Australia, but it was going to cost a lot of money. Plus, we would have had 2 weeks quarantine in Australia in a hotel.
Yeah.
So with a 1-year-old, that's not so fun, I don't think. But then we sort of looked at the bigger picture, and if Corona was still about this time around now, which it is,
Yeah.
would have been very tough for me to get my family on the flight out of Australia with me, you know, because they didn't actually have a reason to leave, and only I did. So it was safer to stay, and I'm glad, we made this decision now. It was tough at times, and I wish we went home at times, but the bigger picture, it was to stay here, it was safer, and we're pretty much through it now, so
Yeah.
we're ready to race.
Like to tell our viewers, we have this chat here. If you use YouTube and you are logged into YouTube, then you can write questions. If you're holding your telephone like this, you cannot write questions. But if you hold a telephone like this, you can write and send in questions. It will pop up on the screen. Let's hope this is working this time, because last time it kind of didn't.
All right, okay.
We will see how it works.
Yeah.
So, how was it that you came into the Speedway sport? What was something with your family, or tell us?
Yeah, my cousins raced like flat track in Australia.
Yeah.
My uncle did as well. Their dad, my grandfather did as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so my mum was like, "Nah, never racing. He's going to be a soccer player or probably tennis player. I don't know what she was."
Isn't that the typical mother? Protective mother.
Yeah.
Do every other sport that really can kill you, but not the Speedway.
Yeah, exactly. So then we went to like flat track, and then followed their footsteps, and then they went on to do Speedway. They're a few years older than me. I think like 7 or 8 years older than me.
Yeah.
And then they went on to the Speedway, and I just wanted to be like them, bigger cousins.
Yeah.
And then my uncle sort of helped out a little bit, but mainly, my dad was a massive help, and he wanted me to do it as well. It was and my mum, obviously, in the end. And we sort of went in Speedway, doing junior Speedway that way, and then we stopped the dirt track and just concentrated on Speedway after that, really, and that's where it all started.
So what kind of age were you when you went over to the Speedway sport?
So what, we started dirt
classical,
track, I was 5, and then Speedway I started about 11 years old. I was, we got a bike off. I think my dad actually built the bike. And,
but you need to do what you have to do to get your kid racing, even if it makes you to build a bike.
Yeah, my mum and dad didn't have so much money, so it was the cheapest way possible. And here we are.
Yeah, but it's good that this is allowed to do. You know, there are countries which have so hard restrictions that you need to have everything like FIM approved, you know.
Yeah.
Just for being junior.
Well, the junior speedway thing is really good in Australia, you know, like they are pretty supportive of the kids, and yeah, we have rules with how the bikes, the safety of the bikes and everything, but of course it does, and I don't think any parent would put their son on a or any of their children on a unsafe bike anyway. So yeah, anyway, so that's where it started. Dad built the bike, followed the cousins, and it's still going.
Would you be allowed to put your 1-year-old in the future, of course, not right now, on the bike?
Well, I have to ask his mother, but she's been through a lot of, seen what I've been through with injuries and all that, but seeing what the football players earn, I reckon I'll push him that way if I can. But if he's give him some soccer boots or football boots and try and push him that way, but he's still going towards the motorbikes, and I can't really stop him, can I?
Yeah, you know, when the father is racing in the British top league, you know, and yeah. So,
yeah. So
how it is that how did you go to Europe? When did you come to Europe? When did you have your breakthrough and left Australia for Europe?
Well, when I actually left school quite early. I was 15, wow. And I'd done an apprenticeship as a motorbike mechanic. I just didn't drop out and do nothing. I had to go and be a motorbike mechanic and do that apprenticeship. And Mum and Dad said to me, "You're not going until you finish the apprenticeship." So I stuck at that for 3 years, and you're meant to do 4, but my boss at the time was Graham Boyd. His name was. He gave me like signed me off early, I suppose, and I just had to go there after the season in 2010. Yeah. But anyway, Mum and Dad still was sort of like, "No, you're not going. You need to stay and do your apprenticeship." But then I had a few good meetings when some of the big boys come home, like Darcy and Chris and Doyley was there, and I was sort of mixing it with them a bit. I might have beat him in a race here and there, and then Mum and Dad was like, actually Craig Boyce was at a meeting. He's like, "Yeah, you got to let this kid go. You're going to waste him."
They're wasting their time here. Yeah.
Yeah, wasting his time here. So then, yeah, we got the signed off early for the apprenticeship in 2010, and Somerset. I think Boise had a little bit to do with Somerset at that stage, and Doyley as well helped me out.
Yeah.
He kind of introduced me to them guys, and yeah, came there 2010 Somerset, and yeah, went from there.
For me, it seems like all you Australian guys coming to Europe, you're kind of a group that is trying to help each other out.
Yeah, I think more back then. Now it's a little bit more spread out because not all Australians do British League, you know. But yeah, we all help each other out as best we can. We need to. There's not enough of us just to not help out, and we all get on quite good. So yeah. We know we're a long way away from home. Yeah. We've all got the same sort of outlook on it all, and yeah, we all do try and help each other. That's for sure. I'll always help an Aussie. Well, I'd help anyone.
Yeah, I can, of course. Yeah.
I mean, if an Aussie was stuck, you'd really go out of your way for him. So
yeah.
But
you got like a rider like Tungate. You know, he's stuck in Poland now.
Yeah. Oh. So he's out there, and you got like. I mean, I think the last couple of years it's been hard, especially with this coronavirus stuff. You know, like a couple of us went and raced in Europe, and the others didn't even get to come over here, and they're stuck in Australia. And we normally keep in contact, like with Lemo and that. Like Mark Lemon, he's always keeping in contact with us, and
because he's like your. He's like your intersection in this relationship that you have.
Dad. He's the dad.
Yeah. We had him on here, and what a great guy. Fabulous guy. You're really lucky having him as your national team coach, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And he's about the British Speedway too. So he supports that. So
Bellevue Aces, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, and so, but I think he's helped out anyway. But yeah, maybe we all need to catch up with the Aussie boys when we're able to.
Yeah, let's get this virus wiped out, and we can.
Yeah, so let's see.
Many of us remember you from the Australian Grand Prix. You know, tell us about what happened there with you and Nicky Pedersen.
I didn't score many points. That's what
but you became famous for something else, crazy stuff. Tell us.
Well, yeah, I know. It's yeah, I don't know. Really, it's just heat of the moment sort of thing. It's you know, everyone knows that Nicky's a showman, and I thought I'd join him that night.
Yeah, it was a small clash between your team and Nicky's team, and all this. Remember the pictures? It was like Speedway turning MMA.
Yeah, for sure. It's, gotta be. I suppose you gotta be known for something.
Yeah, you're known for that. How many followers did you get on Instagram again after that?
Yeah, I reckon. I got about 6,000 followers that day.
Just for one day. Yeah.
Just from one day, so I got something out of it in the end. I got a fine as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, got a few followers, but no, we're all good. I rode with Nicky in Sweden after that, so
he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He took the moment stuff.
And then the mechanic as well Marek, that I had he's all good too. We've shook hands and said sorry and whatever, but yeah, we're all good. It's just
but this is a long time ago. Yeah.
So it's all good.
So what are your future dreams? Because you cannot ride Speedway European Championship because you don't have dual passport. Is that correct?
Oh, not yet.
Yeah.
I might try. I'll see if I can try and get that, but that would be cool. Maybe one day.
Yeah,
but,
maybe one day.
For now, I'm Australian. I've won the Australian Championship before.
Yeah.
So that was one goal, and then ever since that, really, it's sort of not gone to plan with results in Australia. You know, I've had some injuries and all that, but everyone wants to be world champion, obviously, but you got to be realistic about it sometimes, and you got to be in the GP first. So we'll just aim on winning as many races as we can, and I still want to be good. I still want to be the best, and I know I'm not young anymore, but I still think there's plenty of years left in me.
Magnus Zetterström, from Sweden, he was not young when he entered the Speedway Grand Prix circus. He was close to the end of his 30s,
Yeah, so yeah, it would be cool. It would be cool to be able to do a couple of series or a full series before the end of my time. So,
but you have the But you have the qualifications this year. Are you ready to do some of them? Ride some qualifications for Grand Prix?
I don't think I'm allowed to do that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously going to go off the results of the Australian Championship in start of 2020, and
okay, yeah.
I don't know I can't even remember what I placed. I didn't have a very good series. It was only a couple of months after my son was born, and it was a bit of a rush to get home that year and whatever. Anyway, sit here and make excuses, but I didn't do any good in that one, so I won't be in the next qualification thing there, but we'll aim for that next year.
Yes, of course. Have you ever been to Norway?
Only in the airport.
Only in the airport?
Yeah. I think I got a pizza. I remember it just being, I don't know, if from memory, I looked and it said a pizza there, 12 quid, and I thought, that's a bit expensive, but anyway, I'm pretty hungry. I travelled from Latvia, actually, to stop there and hadn't eaten, whatever. Got to Norway and I thought, 12 quid pizza, it's a bit expensive, whatever. Said, I'll have a bit of that pizza there, thanks. And I got a little slice like this, 12 quid, not the whole pizza.
But welcome to Norway, the most expensive country in the world, close to.
Cool. Must be.
Especially at the airport. They rob you.
They robbed me good. Yeah. But anyway, I was hungry and I had no choice.
We received the Easter postcard from a Norwegian rider, a Norwegian champion of 2020, the youngest rider, the youngest Norwegian champion in history. He was only 15 years old last year when he became Norwegian champion, and here it is.
I'm Mathias Pollestad, and here's my Easter postcard from Norway.
And that was Mathias Pollestad. What do you think about his start and enter of the first turn there?
Yeah, he looks like he obviously talented kid if he's winning Norwegian national championships at 15. So be good to see some Norwegian kids coming through, really. I think actually I was meant to race with one for Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Last year, but obviously didn't all happen. And
it was Lasse Fredriksen, I think.
Yeah, that's him. I don't think I've ever seen him race or anything like that. But it'd be good to see some Norwegian kids coming through and get some more nations involved.
Lasse became number 2 last year. He took the silver medal in Norwegian Championship final.
Okay, cool.
Hanging behind there.
Yeah, nice. I don't know anyone really, any other names other than his.
No.
From Norway. Oh, Rune Holder, I think.
Yeah, Rune Holder. Everybody know him. He's like. He's trying to support this young talented rider from Norway, which we have, Mathias Pollestad. You know, Mathias Pollestad.
Cool. Yeah. We'll have to follow him, eh? See how he
because
goes.
Rune Holter got all the experience, you know, and if he can go in and try to support the team at this stage in the beginning, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, like. Rune Holder, he's been around, he's got the experience and very clever guy, obviously. So he's got the right guys beside him. So be good to see how he goes. But Rooney's obviously won GPs before and still really fast today. So
he's quick. Rooney got a very different racing style. Don't you agree? A little bit different.
Yeah, definitely, it's different. He knows how to get the bike hooked up on the slick. I remember that. It's be interesting to see him in England, actually.
Yeah.
There he goes around these small tracks, but he's got a unique style. But I suppose we all do in our own way.
Yeah, we do. I'm 190 tall, you know.
Right.
And I was racing Speedway, and I look strange when I'm sitting on the bike because everything is just legs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like
I have that problem too. Don't worry about that.
How tall are you?
I'm only 180, 181.
Yeah. So you are in the about same class as me then.
Yeah, so we're all lanky legs and when we get out of shape, it's a funny sight.
Yeah, it is. Because everything.
Yeah, man. So, but that's a bit of a disadvantage at times, but I suppose it's an advantage.
We get the momentum, you know.
Exactly.
If you would quit Speedway, what would you do? Do you have any different or thing you want to do in your life?
No, not at the minute. I don't really want to work ever, but it's probably have to one day, but that's the way it is. And I don't know what I want to do right now. I think if it's getting closer towards the end of my career, then I'll start to figure something out. But I don't mind working if I have to, but if I can avoid it, it'd be the best. But maybe like commentary or something where I'd actually still like to be involved in Speedway or motorsport in a way.
Yeah.
If I could, I'm not very good talker, so commentary's out. But just get involved some way or another. I don't know what, but that would be cool because then you're still interested. And maybe like Phil Morris, he has a pretty good job, I think.
Yeah,
so,
he got a cool job.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if he has another job other than that. But it'd be cool to be involved in Speedway. Maybe a Speedway spares or something.
Yeah, you can be assistant of Phil Morris.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. But I'm not worried about that just yet.
Because like for example, I became the Norwegian Eurosport commentator without any experience whatsoever.
Right.
So if I can do it, trust me, you can do it too.
Yeah, I'll have a crack at that. I don't mind talking. I'm just not real good at it.
No, but you don't need to be. Like if you do commentary, you're like in Eurosport rules, you only comment what you see on the screen.
Yeah,
and there's nothing worse than that. And you know, as an ex-rider, I have a lot of experience, and I see, and I just blah blah blah. After that,
yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah, I'm sure I can do that.
Yeah, and you got a nice voice too. So
Nigel Pearson only lives down the road here, so maybe I'll get in with him and he
go
guide me in the right direction.
Yeah, tag with him. You know, join him if Tatum gets some voice cord issues or something.
Right, yeah.
Then you can just be a substitute there.
There'll be big boots to fill that.
Tatum raced actually in Norway, long track championship in Norway. Yeah, he did. I talked with him in Poland about that, but he didn't remember.
Right.
That he even have been to Norway.
Oh, right, okay.
He didn't remember that.
Mustn't have been real fun then.
Yeah, it should be. This was in the 80s, I think. So it'd
be cool to try and do some racing out in Norway, actually. Another country, different place.
Yeah. Years ago, I was creating these quite big matches in Norway, these open international meetings when I was the leader in Oslo Speedway. I made all these big matches, but the issue is in Norway, we don't have the money to get anyone in. We cannot pay anyone to come.
Right.
And then to bring someone like you from the UK, you have free that weekend, come over. You need to bring your bike, you know, and that's not cheap.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah. I couldn't imagine it would be.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? You're kind of paying spectators?
No, we have paying spectators, but there's no guarantee that you will have enough people, you know, to pay the rider, and the club will not be as a guarantee to pay a rider, because if you pay one rider, you should pay everyone.
Yeah.
You know.
Right, okay.
Of course, people understand, but it's supposed to. Norway is an open society. Everything should be open, not in secret. You know, that's why you cannot give some money there and not the rest.
Right. Okay.
But you could have a match with the prize money where you come by your own accord. You know.
Yeah.
And you're on your own expense, and then we can put higher prize money, for example.
Yeah. See what the the crowd is, and it's a bit of a gamble you take, I suppose. But it might make the riders promote it a bit.
Yes, of course.
More crowds, more money.
So what I did in Norway, I used Swedish riders. I invited Swedish riders because they don't have so far to travel here. Okay, 6-7 hours, some of them in the car, but you know, it's like easy roads to drive.
Easy, yeah.
And they came and they helped us out quite a lot on these open matches, and it gave good speedway. That's the most important thing. It gives good speedway, and it gives the challenge for our Norwegian riders to meet someone with a little bit higher level, not too high, but a little bit higher, so they have something to work for.
You see where they're at. Yeah, that's cool.
Because when you were younger, you were not only racing with guys that was slower than you.
No.
You just had to race against what you had to race against and to come to your level. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, that's, you know, we have some top boys, always had top boys from Australia over, so we sort of always knew where we were at a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe when they were in Europe and we weren't racing, you'd think you're going better than you were, and then they'd come home and just give you a flogging. But at least we sort of knew all the time where we were sort of at, which must be hard for the Norwegian kids to see where they got to get to.
Yeah, because I also noticed that in other countries they have this rule to get a license that you need to drive on time, that time from the track record or something, you know, to get a license. In Norway we don't have that.
No, we don't either.
No, but we don't have this rule, and so I don't know if it's a good rule or not, but it's difficult, you know, to get.
Yeah.
But this is something that is worked upon all the time. You know, that there are forces now, luckily in Norway, that is working with this issue, how to build up more races and more. But we are in this tragic pandemic right now. that for us, they have problems just go to training, you know.
Yeah.
Because you can only be this and this many people, and if you don't have key to the track, then you cannot train and all this stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's the hard thing about this pandemic, you know. It's restricting a lot of the kids trying to come through, I think. So hopefully we're about the other side of it soon, because I'm sick of it now.
Yeah, trust me, I'm sick of it too. I would love to smell some methanol soon.
Everyone's had enough of it, but we're nearly there, I think.
I really hope so. I really hope so. So, what's your plan for this season?
Yeah, I'm racing in for Rzeszów in Poland.
Yes.
So I think I'll head out there in a week or so and start practicing and ready for the first meeting. All depends with Corona and travel restrictions when we do start, but we'll get there, and like I said, in the next week and start there, and then hopefully the travel restrictions to and from the UK ain't too bad, so we can do that. But yeah, COVID tests and everything right now, and then the coronavirus in Poland's not very good, so it might be tough, but we'll wait and see. So we just got to sort of treat it like it's going normal, and we can't really do much more than that, and just do whatever means you can make, I suppose.
So you managed, if I made a circle here, so you can not even see it because I got so skinny pen. Sorry.
Yeah.
But this is, let's say all this paper is Poland, okay?
Yeah.
And here is Germany on this side.
Yeah.
Then you managed to find the club here. The longest way from any road or anything. How?
I don't know, really. It's that's a nice stadium, and they seem to be a good club so far. I know I haven't raced for them or anything, but to deal with them and through this pandemic and do the deal with them was fine. So nice looking track, nice looking stadium.
I'm just messing with you. You know.
Yeah.
As I talked with Jason Bonsignor from New York State in USA here on Speedway Crazy Show, and I asked him how long drive do you have to the track, and when you were younger, he said 4 hours, and, you know, all the time. We Speedway riders, we managed to settle ourselves in places where there's no Speedway. You know, there's no track, there's no nothing. And if you want to do your hobby or sport or profession, then you need to sit and drive your car for hours and hours and hours just to get to drive a few laps and go home.
That's all right. Yeah, I live 4 hours from Edinburgh here in the UK, and I race for them. Of course. It's probably 5 or 6 hours really on the days I've got to get up there. But just the way it is, mate. It's if we want to race, it's just what we've got to do. So
yeah, I got tired of all this driving the car, you know, via Oslo and everything, because I lived outside of Oslo before, and when I was running the Speedway Club up in Oslo, and it's not in Oslo, it's 50 kilometers north of Oslo, it's in the middle of nowhere, you know.
Right.
And so I got tired of that, so I bought a house 5 minutes from the track. I just bought a house 5 minutes from the track.
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah.
Buy a house wherever my tracks were too.
But I was so lucky just finding a house, just screaming, okay, I'm here, available, been for a long time. I just bought it, okay? So because I saved money on doing that. Because expensive driving, and in Norway we got this heavy toll road system, you know, so you need to pay for every little meter you drive close to. We feel like
crazy, mate.
Yeah.
He's there to earn some good money just to bloody live there.
You need to earn money to live here, trust me. You talked about your injuries. What type of injuries have you been into?
Yeah, I had like a knee injury when I was younger. Yeah. But I just think that was from riding push bikes and
everything
playing
else.
Rugby league and soccer and everything like that. But that was sort of early. And then I was sort of pretty lucky there for a bit. I didn't have many injuries. I had like a bit of a tore the muscle off the bone in me thigh. That was probably the most painful one. But then I broke my hand and wrist, collarbone, broke that.
Yeah.
Collarbone
is
broke my tibia on my leg. And that's all sort of happened in the last 4 or 5 years, really.
Yeah.
But before that, I was quite lucky. So I don't bounce like I used to, I don't think.
Nah, it's probably lack of some calcium in your bones or something when your bones is growing, you know. So.
Oh, I'll put it down. I'm just getting faster.
But collarbone is like the injury of Speedway, isn't it?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, all the injuries are on my right hand side because if you fall that way, it's
get this
hard,
outside.
Yeah. Normally, if you just slide off, you get a bit of a grazed bum or leg or whatever, and it's all right. But
you know how painful that is to sleep with this nice little burn skid mark, you know, on your.
It heals heals over the winter, and then you got that scar there all year season again.
Yeah.
Speedway rider, everyone I think has that.
I use this plastic, you know, which the food wrapping plastic.
Yeah.
I used that on it because it got stuck to the bed sheets.
Yeah,
all this moist came coming out, you know.
Yep, not nice. Yep.
Yeah, but this is like, I say, you can play football and you can knock heads together, and then it's like game over. So.
Yep, sure.
We are doing the most safe and environmental sport, I think.
For sure.
Thank you for joining us, Sam. We would like to bring you on a little bit later in the season and see how everything is going with you. And if everything is well. Sounds good?
Sounds good. Thank you very much for having me, mate. Yeah.
Thank you.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. And we will see more of you a little bit later. Thanks.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
And that was Speedway Crazy Show for tonight. Episode 12 is over. And as you see, we don't have a guest for next week, but we are working on that. That will be no problem. We've been a little bit too busy. If you like Speedway and you're from Norway, you can watch our new website, speedwaynorge.no. And there you get everything with the calendar, with news, and later results when the season starts. See you later. Bye.